Hi everyone. So I wanted to do a what is quantum healing hypnosis video for you today. This is just to give you a little bit of an idea or background behind the technique itself, what a session is like, and how to prepare. So quantum healing hypnosis was pioneered by a woman named Dolores Cannon, and she passed away just a few years ago, but she actually taught this technique all over the world. She left behind some wonderful books, I think 14 or 15 of them. A lot of really interesting information in there. So check those out if you get a chance. Brian D. Weiss is another person that does similar sessions, and just like Dolores, he kind of fell into these. So when he was working with his clients, he was kind of working to get them in a very relaxed, very calm mode, kind of just working on, getting rid of anxiety and just dealing with some things. And so just like Dolores, he actually fell, or the client fell, into past lives, which was super interesting. So they continued through these, asking questions, kind of building the stories, again, brand new into all of this, as no one else was doing this at the time. But what they found was that a lot of really good, really positive things came out of these sessions. So people were happier, they were healthier, they were able to kind of almost like a dream, but deal with situations or handle situations from another perspective. Absolutely fascinating. So I recommend his books as well. They generally take maybe like a day or two to read through. Off the top of my head, just kidding, they're right over there. But Many Lives, Many Masters, Same Soul, Different Bodies, Only Love is Real, really fantastic ones. So some other people in the industry right now to check out, really great information, videos on YouTube, all of those kind of things would be Candace Crock Goldman, Alba Weinman, Allison Coe. What I love is that every practitioner is a little bit different, but we are still working within the same energetic field. And so this technique has actually developed quite a bit today. So it's no longer just past lives. While those are absolutely fascinating and the gateway, they lead to bigger things, really helpful, really useful things. So what we have found, and what I'm noticing more, is after you experience a couple past lives, so after you kind of get settled in this, idea that, yeah, okay, I'm living this life, going through these experiences, and kind of just becoming that life for a little bit, it opens this door to a much more, the feeling is hard to describe. I definitely recommend the experience itself, but it kind of opens a door for you to access information and access this energy. And so with this energy, what we do is ask questions. So to get into the sessions, I have my clients get together a list of questions, and this can be anything that you want to know in the world. So they usually surround like health and wellness. If anyone has been suffering from a disease for, a long time in life or a little while in life, we can, one, find the meaning behind it. Is there a message behind it? And do you really need this anymore? So yeah, we ask these questions. Love is another big one. Relationships. So whether that's, with a significant other, with family members or friends, that is a big topic. And something that I have noticed recently, especially since at this time, we have had to literally go inside, people are also going inside of themselves. So they're going back and they're asking those big questions. Who am I? Why am I here? What is the purpose of my life? And how do I want to spend my time here on earth? So I think a lot of us, when we were maybe younger or at a different... All right. I have super sensitive eyes, so staring into lights is not my strong point. But yeah, so, I think for a lot of us, there was a time in life where we asked, those big questions. And so it's kind of coming full circle. People have the time now to come back to those. And I think they're still looking for those answers. So those are awesome. Those are wonderful questions, and I love when people get the answers to those and just kind of how to proceed. So we get a list of questions together, and again, they can be anything. I am so open to diving down any rabbit hole with you. So nothing is off limits. There are no no-nos. We're not going to ask that. We're going to ask it. So we write all those questions down, and we have the option. So you can come into my space here in Reno, Nevada, and we can do the session here, or we can actually do these online. So I am certified not only in QHHT, but also BQH. So I do have the ability to do my sessions online, and those have been fantastic. I've done sessions with people in South Africa, Honduras, as well as New Zealand, and I have never had any issues. In fact, they have been some of my best sessions. So the first portion is we're just going to get to know each other. We're going to spend some time talking, just to kind of get an idea of what life has been like, maybe some just different stories, different things that you have gone through, and we're just going to talk. Some people are still, dealing with things from childhood, a lot of trauma, a lot of things that have gone on. Some people have recovered from that. And maybe more so it's later in adulthood, and especially now where we're having a big shift, not only in the world but in consciousness itself. And so that brings up a lot of things for people. We've kind of been thrown from our day-to-day lives, especially now, and that can be hard to cope with. So this is a really gentle, really loving, really wonderful way to just get a new perspective or just get an idea of what is going on right now. So that time talking, that can be an hour and a half. We don't really put a limit on things. So on average, my sessions full-time can run anywhere from 3 to 5.5 hours. I've been noticing lately it's usually about 3.5 to 4 hours or so, but I definitely still have the sessions that are 5 hours long. So the deeper we go, the more open and the lines of communication and the things that come through, it's all really important. So we spend some time talking. Once we get to know each other, we'll go over those questions and just make sure that everything's clear. Make sure that I understand what it is you are looking for, what it is that you are asking. And then we go in for the hypnosis portion. So this isn't anything to be nervous about. I will be completely honest. I am hands down the person that would watch or hear about hypnosis, and it was like, no way. There is no way. I would never let anyone have control over me. No one has control over you. Stage hypnosis and what this hypnosis is are completely different, and you never actually or ever lose control of it. If at any point you want to wake up and come out of it, you absolutely can do that. You are the one that's in control. And right now, what I have been kind of discovering with things is that people are very aware. So you are technically an active participant in all of this. Though really you don't have to do too much of the work during the hypnosis. You're just telling me about what you're seeing. So I'm asking questions. I'm kind of building this storyline. And that is where I come in as your practitioner, is that I'm not going to tell you to go anywhere. I'm not going to take you anywhere. We are actually working with that big energy that we discussed earlier, and they're kind of in charge of things. So I'm just going to ask questions, and you're just going to kind of draw me a picture or a story, if you will, and we're going to move through it together. So the past lives, and this is one of those things, is that they're no longer just past lives. They can be parallel lives, which actually I'll be doing my next video. A wonderful dear friend and client of mine, gave me the okay to be able to share that with you, and it's really a beautiful session. But her life was a parallel life, so she was living the same life at the same time that she is living this one now. We can go into future lives. We can go into a life as just pure energy, so no form, no body. So it's always very interesting where we end up, and just kind of getting those answers and getting the feel, just kind of building, what and who you are in this other life. So very, very interesting. something to note too is that you don't have to believe in past lives. That's not a requirement. You don't need to have any kind of specific belief system. You can believe anything you want. This doesn't have any stigmas. There's nothing attached to this. It's just a very interesting, very informational, and very profound experience. So this whole hypnosis session will be recorded for you. It's actually really beneficial to listen to the sessions, once, twice after this has happened, just so that you can kind of continue to connect those dots. So while most people actually do remember a good portion of it, there are bits and pieces that will be missing. And so it's always good to hear the answers to the questions again, just to kind of review and go over those. So, yeah. And I'm always here for questions, concerns or anything like that, especially after the session. If you ever want to touch base with me, I always absolutely love that. So you can get in touch with me, you can call me, you can email me. I also do have a website, sierradawnmiller.com. You can book the sessions there, or you can also just call me directly and we can do it that way. So yeah, hope to see you soon. I look forward to our journey, our adventure, and yeah. Come time travel with me. It's pretty interesting. All right. Take care.